Hey guys, welcome to another video of living the rural life in Spain. Now, 2 days ago we had this massive storm come in.
And as you'll see in a moment, I was completely unprepared for this one. We'd had about 5 months without a single day of rain, and suddenly it feels like we got all those 5 months in one go. So this isn't long after the storm started, and you can see there is a huge amount of water flowing through that gate and down into the property and bringing a heap of debris with it. And this section here is what we're going to be looking at in this video. That's where I'm going to be doing some stonework to get us ready for the next storm, which is not too far away according to weather reports. A lot of water, a lot of debris, and a lot of work to do.
So as you can see, we had a huge amount of water flow into our property, flow down this bank and just wash straight out over here, and just left this lower orchard area with a thick layer of real muddy silt. And we've got another storm coming tomorrow. So I'm going to do a bit of work on reinforcing this bank, reinforcing this whole creek bed so that we can try and get that water, when it comes in, to go down here, flow through and flow out the lower end of the property. Now last night we collected up a few of these rocks to help us with this project. I'll show you a few clips of that and then we'll get straight into this job.
And not a good way to kick things off. We've got a proper blowout on the wheelbarrow.
It's not what you want.
No, it is not. Looks like we'll be carrying each stone by hand. Ha, just kidding with you. It's time to get the gas-powered wheelbarrow.
Ew.
And here we go, ready for phase one, collecting up a big pile of rocks. Pretty excited for it, as you can see there. And I have my lovely wife who volunteered to help me with some of the rocks.
Oh.
Sorry folks, but I can confirm that is what you're thinking every time you lift up one of these stones. Now let's do one more load of rocks and then we'll be ready to get going on the creek bed.
That'll do us.
With the rocks collected, we're going to call it a night there and get on with this in the morning. And we're back. Now the first thing I've got to do before I can do too much stonework is to dig a trench and get that pipe under the ground. Now that pipe's actually the drainage for a small paddling pool that I'm building for the dogs, just up the top of that bank on the other side of the fence. And if you're keen to see that video, which will be coming up in the next couple of weeks, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
So the GoPro's decided that 15 minutes is enough time working in this heat. So you'll just get glimpses of this, I reckon, but we'll keep you under that tree and see if we can get a little bit longer out of it. What are you doing, mate? You helping?
Yeah, of course he's helping. Nothing Archie likes more than a good outdoor project that involves digging. We finished with the curve section. Now we're going to keep going on this side all the way up to the mini bridge. But for that, we're going to need more rocks. Now those tiles that were already there, I did decide to leave them in because while it would look nice to have an all natural stone wall, they're actually doing a pretty good job at holding up that bank.
Well, that's phase one complete of prepping for the next storm, and not in the nick of time by the look of things, because the storm that's meant to be coming tomorrow looks like it's here today. Here's how the rock work looks anyway. So much neater, and also good to have that side a lot higher now, so that water that comes around doesn't just flow out into this lower area but continues on under the bridge and out the other side. So this is the creek bed where, if you watched the last video, we put the drainage pipe in just to the side of it and it runs up through there. All I'm going to do is just modify it a bit so that it comes out this way and then curves back in, just to get a little bit lower at this point so that the water can get around at a lower point over that pipe. All right, let's start digging.
And here we go, we're on the home stretch. All we're going to do is rock pitch this curved bank and we'll be done for this project. It's at this point usually when the legs and your lower back start to look forward to a nice bit of rest. I love working with stone, but you can't escape the fact that they are really heavy. And generally, the heavier the stone, the better it's going to look in the garden. And if there's one thing I've got, it's an abundance of these stones all around our property. So if you've got any ideas of things you'd like to see me build, make sure you drop it in the comments below.
Well, the GoPro cut out again, but we got most of it and we're all done now. So that's phase two of prepping the creek bed for the next storm. We've got the 3 dogs there giving it an inspection. So now we've got much lower around that side, so water as it comes down the creek bed will flow around that way now and then down and fall down below. So that was phase 2. We had phase 1 on this side. So now hopefully all the water that comes in off the top paddock flows down. We'll go straight under here and all the way out. We got a big storm coming in the next day or so. So I'll put a short up of all the water flow to see how successful we are. So if you want to see that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Now it's time for a long one of these and a cold one of these.